Everybody, and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this demo of the Axios Pro Deals Tracker beta. My name is George Moriarty. I'm the senior editor here at Axios Pro, and I could not be more excited to share this demo with you today. With me is Fabrizio Drummond, our Chief Business Officer at Axios, and Anyi Mosso, our Senior Product Manager, who was essential in getting this built. Quick setup for what you can expect today over the next 25 minutes. To begin with, Fabrizio is going to give a quick introduction to Axios Pro, the business. Then Anyi and I will discuss Deals Tracker. We'll give an introduction of why we built it and how we built it. And then I'll show you a run through of the tool and how you can use it. And important in all of this, pay attention, take notes, send us feedback. My email is george.moriarty@axios.com. You're going to hear that and see that a lot today. We want your feedback. This is audience first. It's essential to hear from you. After that's done, we will do a quick Q&A, and then everybody will get a recording of this afterwards in your email. But before we go any further, let's get right to it and hand it over to Fab. Fab, the floor is yours.
Thank you, George. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'm Fabrizio Drummond, Axios Chief Business Officer. We're excited to share more details about our latest addition to the Axios Pro family, the Deals Tracker tool. But before we do, for those of you who are not familiar with Axios Pro, I'll do a quick overview and intro on what we're up to. Axios Pro is a platform that we launched about 18 months ago to help deals and policy professionals get smarter, faster across the news, the events and trends shaping the industry that they operate in. We launched initially with Axios Pro Deals, where we cover 5 industries: fintech, health tech, climate, media, and retail. And then later in the year, we launched Axios Pro Policy, where we're covering healthcare, energy, and tech policy on a day-to-day basis. If you go to the next slide, Tola, please. So if you're like me, your day is very much what looks on the left here. We have a lot of meetings, a lot of data to sort through, a lot of content. What we're trying to solve for with Axios Pro is to bring to you the news and the insights that truly matter, the things that will really shape the industry that you're working in to really help you be more proficient with your job. That is done by a team of experts. We've assembled a team of expert journalists that have been covering these industries for a lot of years, deeply sourced. You should think of them as almost an extension of your research and insights team, where they spend their days navigating through all of this noise so that you don't have to bring back to you the things that you should be focused on and pay attention to. There are several touch points in how we deliver content with Axios Pro. On the next slide, I'll kind of walk you through the main one, which is a daily newsletter. This is the deals structure, or at least how the Axios Pro Deals newsletter gets delivered to your inboxes every day. We start out with the one big thing. This is usually the news that is making headlines across the industry. Following that, we have the BFD. This is the transaction that's also making headlines. It could be a private equity investment, an M&A, a VC investment, an IPO. We're going to be highlighting and kind of walking you through the transaction and why it matters. We also provide a curation of articles that are published in other sources that we think are relevant and you should also be consuming. Then we have a list of the transactions that were recently announced and links to the articles describing these transactions. Give you an opportunity to go deeper. And then we usually round out with a theme, a section on personnel movement happening in the industry. This could be investors, CEOs, founders. We want to make sure that you're also keeping track of the talent in the industry. All of the information that we're delivering via the newsletter going back to 2017, including the archive of our Pro Rata newsletter, is now being fed into the Deals Tracker. So, the added touch point here being your ability now through an AI-powered tool to navigate this library of information so that you can, build additional context. And George and Oni will give us some additional insights into that. And then the last touch point that we have in Axios Pro is we have a roster of events that we host throughout the year. This is a combination of in-person events, networking happy hours, and virtual events where we try to bring news-making guests that can share the latest trends in the industry, thought leadership around the space, but also create opportunities for you to network with peers in your industry. On the next one, we have some feedback from our existing subscribers. I am not going to read through these verbatim, but basically highlighting some of the things that we like to see, that we're providing comprehensive coverage, intelligent and relevant information. Over 90% of our subscribers have renewed with us after the first year, so we're very excited. It's a good testament to the great work that our team has been doing and providing to bring fresh insights to your inboxes every day. If you are a subscriber, thank you for trusting in the work that we're doing. Please let us know how we can do better. George shared his email. Mine is fabricio@axios.com. If you're not a subscriber, we should definitely talk. We're here to serve and help, and I'd be very excited to connect with you and your firm to see how we can bring the excellent journalism that this team is producing to help your job and your team be more proficient. Without further ado, let's jump into things. George, please take it away.
All right, thanks very much for that, Fab. It was excellent to hear. And yeah, we are really proud of the work we're doing. So I'm going to start. I'm going to share the screen so you all can see the deals tracker. Sorry, just one second. I am trying to get my permissions there. There we go. Fun of doing live presentation. So there is our deals tracker screen. So the first question I want to address is, why did we build this tool? The simple reason is you asked for us to build this tool. You asked for Dan Primack to build it when he started Pro Rata in 2017 at Axios. You've asked deal makers everywhere, like you see the volume of deals that we cover, and you said, where can I find an archive of this? We wanted to build that archive, but we also wanted to build the archive in the way that we know our readers consume it, which is finding the companies, finding the investors, and finding the deal sizes and types that are relevant to them. So we took this smart brevity style of our newsletters and applied that to this tool. I think we've built a clean look and feel for everybody to interact with. And when you come in and see it, that is why we built it this way. We're audience first. And as I mentioned, I'm going to keep drilling this home. Your feedback's essential. Tell us what we got right, but also tell us what you'd like us to add for next time. Now, I can tell you why we built it. I cannot tell you how we built it. So for that, I can hand it over to Anya.
Hi, everyone. So just like George said, we understood the importance of having a tool like this in the arsenal of pro deals in general. But the first question for the product team was just, how do we build this? And we had two avenues that we could go down. First, we could hire someone to just go through the 6 years of newsletters we have and just like create the manual database. And the second option for us was to see if we could leverage machine learning and AI to do that automatically for us. And so the first thing that we did was an experiment to see how accurate a machine learning model could be. And so we worked with OpenAI and used a couple of their models to just run those models against the data that we have on just a small amount of our data. We used a year's worth of Pro Deals data and just to see how accurate it would be. And our goal was to see if we could get the machine learning model to produce 90% accurate deals. And the specific models that we used, if you're interested, were Da Vinci and Curie, and we actually ended up getting way better than 90%. So we were really excited about that. And so that helped us to make the decision to move forward with building this tool. And so then our data scientists work with our back engineers to build a data pipeline to be able to feed that data that we're pulling from the machine learning model. And what the model is doing is it's going through all of the text in each of the newsletters and looking for patterns that announce any deals. So any mergers that are happening, any acquisitions that are happening, any IPOs that are happening, it's looking for patterns in our smart brevity style so that it can identify those deals automatically. And that's the database that was produced with a machine learning model. And then we, built the data pipeline with the backend engineers to supply the data to the front end that you're seeing now. We worked with our design team and some key subscribers to talk through what design would make sense. I know that a lot of people who are working in this space like a spreadsheet model. So we did test that model against another like story-like model. And we came up with this like hybrid that's both kind of like in a spreadsheet style, a tabular style, but also has that Axios style as well in the story form. So you can see that George will go through this in detail, but how like each of the fields that you see are broken down, and those are the fields that are pulled out by the machine learning model. And so all of that came together into what you see today. So I'll hand it back over to George to walk through an actual demo of the tool.
Great, thanks so much. We do want to take a poll. So Tola, if you want to pop that poll up for everybody to see. The question is, what have you found most challenging when conducting deal research? So while you're answering that and giving us those results to look to, I'll let you know what I'm going to show you in the demo. So the first is I'm going to explain what you're going to see every time you log into the Deals Tracker beta, because you're never going to just come into a blank screen. Then I'm going to show you how you can search by company, how you can search by investor, searching by the particular newsletter vertical that we have. You know, if you are a subscriber or just looking for deals in climate or media, you can search by that. And then also searching by the type of investment, what series it was, M&A or IPO, and also searching by the time frame and by deal size. And then also, very importantly, the export function. So with that, I'm going to start, pardon me, moving this through for everybody to see. I don't know when we can get our results up, but I will begin while we are on the homepage. Interesting, and this is great. I think that these results, which I believe you are all seeing, indicate really why we built this to help people. Because first, reliable data. You know, this is a journalism-based model, so giving you reliable data is clear to us is a high value, and searching by vertical. And searching by vertical speaks to why we have the 5 verticals of Pro Deals. Pro Rata is awesome and incredible, and I know Dan, and he claims he sleeps, yet he still produces so many deals every day. But this is a testament to why we knew everybody only has so much time. So we want to deliver it by vertical, and that's exactly what we're after. So we hope that this meets those needs. So now then, to the tool. Every time you come into the Deals Tracker, you're going to be presented with this page. This page will have the latest deal at the top from any of our newsletters, from Pro Rata, or from any of the 5 Pro Deals verticals. So right now, the most recent one published was Modi Ventures raising 32 million for its fund this year. And we did that because I know there are too many times when you come in and you encounter extra steps. We don't want to create extra steps. We are Axios audience first, giving you that viable tool. So then you come here and you know what, I want to know what Fanatics is up to. And so you can search Fanatics right in that top line. And there's your results. You get their recent activity, recent deals, going back even to their large fundraise in December of 2022. So you can scroll through that and it will show you where it appeared. It was also appealing, but that was a slip of the tongue. And which newsletter was it and the type of deal. Then, okay, so it's great, that's Fanatics. Now, maybe you're more interested in knowing, I want to know what Sequoia Capital has invested in. There we go. Get the drop down. There's Sequoia Capital. Here is where you can see Sequoia Capital, and to Ani's point earlier, how it's broken down. They're highlighted in the result. And then you see that they're an investor. And here you can also see what company they invested in, the stage, and the size of the deal, as well as the other investors. Clean, crisp breakdown of everything that we think our readers need and what you've told us to this point that you need. So that's searching by company and searching by investor type. So now I'm going to clear my search, brings me back to the homepage. And next step is I want to search by a particular newsletter. I'm focused on media deals. Let's take a look in here. I choose my media newsletter, and immediately it's cleaned out. Pardon me. And I see my most recent deals from the media deals newsletter. Can scroll all the way through. This is everything that's been in there. So after being within media, maybe I'm particularly focused on Series B and Series C deals in the media space. Simply clicking those boxes refines my search further, creates for me right here the deals in that space within that newsletter. So now going down, maybe I want to search these deals within a specific time frame. So I'm going to go for Series B and C over the past year. And that's now restricted that date range. And now you see up here, we've got 25 results. So that's great, useful. But maybe in that result, I want to look now for deals that are in the $5 million to the $50 million range. A note, you've seen that I've just had to click the selections previously for the results field to populate. When searching by a specific deal size, I think in order to make sure that you don't hit too soon and we want to make sure you really type that in right, you do have to hit return on the deal size for that to then refresh. So that is one difference that I wanted to make sure and call out. So now you have within here, that called out 20 deals. So we've got 20 results within media deals over the past year presented for you. That's great. I'm not on my desktop, but now I got to take this or show it to somebody. Ergo, and this was very important to us, we create the export result. So you click export. If you are on a Mac like me, you'll see the download appear at the bottom of your screen. If you're on a PC, it will appear the way downloads appear on PCs. And so now I did load up. This is an example of what that download will look like. Right here, it's come out. This is not the same exact search I wanted to be able to provide an idea of what it looks like. You get the data that appeared in our newsletter, the company name, investors, deal size, type of deal, and the series provided we had it. So that brings it back. Now, again, we're learning, and we know that there are feedback items that we need to get from you. One thing, as you're conducting additional searches, be sure and clear your search results and your filters so that if you decide you wanted to go look for something else or search another type of deal, you don't want to have that get muddied up. You can clear by specific filter or come to the top and click just a full reset, and that brings you back to here. One other quick note before I move on, you will see that it's export 500. That's the maximum that you are able to download at any one time. If you need to download more than that for any reason, give us a call, shoot me an email. We will be happy to help however we can. And so with that, I am now happy to stop sharing my screen, and I will, excuse me, hand this back over to Tola to share some of the Q&A that you all gave us that we can speak to. I did just see a chat come in. So while I have a second, I'll be ambitious and answer a couple questions. A recording of the session will be available. And some of these questions that you're asking here will be addressed in some of the Q&A coming up. So I will share that in just a second. That's a question from Charugai. So Tola, if you can start through the questions that we have on the screen, please. Does this cost more? No. Deals Tracker is included as part of your Axios Pro Deals subscription. That's an easy, probably the easiest question I'll have all day. How many years back does the database go? Database goes back to the first pro rata, which was released in January of 2017. And so we have somewhere in the order of 45 to 50,000 deals in the database now. Importantly, that will be updated daily, as you may have noticed on the home screen of the Deals Tracker. As we publish the deals every day, they get reloaded And so the database becomes richer every day. And that only helps enhance the search tool. And I think it also makes the search engine a little bit smarter as how it reads things. Great, next question. How comprehensive is the deals tracker? So it covers all of the deals that have been covered by Axios Pro Rata and Axios Pro Deals newsletters since 2017. So within the specific verticals that we have newsletters in now, you'll have all the deals we've ever had there. And Dan's newsletter obviously is pervasive, and all of those deals will be included as well. And these are, it's important to note, this beta includes closed deals. So if a deal is in market, that won't appear in there. But that gets into actually the next question of how do you use it? We think one of the key things where this complements our journalism is our reporters are constantly, every day, every week, bringing new deals to market, bringing news to you of deals that are coming to market. So if you find out that Aaron Weitzman has broken a deal about a new company that's for sale in the health tech space, you can go search the deals tracker for comparable deals of size to see where that might be, and if this is a deal that you might be interested in. That's one of the examples of how I think you can best utilize it to see other companies in market. You can also, as I showed, see what other investors are in your space, see what other investors are looking at particular size rounds that you might be interested in, or also the types of deals that you've been funding. So I hope the demo showed some of that, but again, shoot me an email if there's something you'd like to understand a little bit further. All right, next question. Will the deals tracker cover or contain information about regulatory milestones, et cetera? So not at current. Regulatory milestones are tricky to cover at this point for the tool as we have it, but we do know that they're important, and we do track a lot of the FTC information. For instance, with everything going on around Microsoft Activision, we're learning about that and how that's evolving. But you tell us if that is something that we should be looking to invest more time into figuring out how to do that. That's why we're releasing this as a public beta, is to get that information and understand what more you need. Is FTC information as important as some other features that we might include before too long? Somebody just asked, when will the deals tracker first be available for Pro Deals subscribers? The beta is available right now. We want you to go in and use it. You have the link, click the link, go in and use it. We'll be featuring it in our newsletters, driving you to it. We need you to go in and use that if you're an active subscriber and tell us what you need. So please do jump in there. Great, Tola, next question. How does the deals tracker compare to related deal intel sources? So
there's another one here asking about specifically with Pitchbook. So just to use that as an example, George, there's a question in the chat also about that.
Yeah, we think we are different from them, and that they all complement us, and we complement them. So Pitchbook, Crunchbase, those deep data providers, they gather all sorts of data and tools, and they gather a lot of it, frankly, from us on terms of the deals and other things. This database is a history of journalistically confirmed deals and information. So it's highly reliable, organized by vertical for your searching purposes. It is different and we don't intend for it to become, something where you have this deep sea of data. This is something that is intended to serve your research and help you have a quicker access to kicking off investigations that may require deeper detail. All right, and is that the last question of the list?
Yeah, there's another question here on how to get access to Deals Tracker. You just need to be an Axios Pro subscriber. So we're happy to talk to you about that. There's another question here, George. Is this worldwide data or US only?
It is worldwide, as long as it's been covered by us. We do have a North America focus, but we certainly do cover a lot of deals in Europe, in Israel, in Canada, and Asia as well. Somebody had asked if would be an API for the deal tracker. Sounds like a broken record. Send me an email if an API would be helpful for you so that we can prioritize our next tech deliverables and priorities. Let's see. Updates that somebody asked what updates are coming with our future releases. You tell us. Like that's part of a public beta, is learning where more we can come from. I also see a question here listing investment bankers and law firms involved in the deals. At this point, the deals tracker doesn't track that. We do know how essential those complementary firms are to it. If that's something of value, again, let us know so that we can build this to be the tool that you need. Seeing a couple more messages. Will you ever get more vertical specific than climate tech? Yes. I think we will have additional, let me rephrase my yes. We expect to offer additional verticals. Will one of those be taking climate tech out and doing a subset of climate? I guess that would depend on what you all tell us you need. We think we launched these 5 verticals based on feedback from Ferrata readers, and that's again going to inform us. So, all right. Axios always respects time. We are up against 30 seconds now until we are going to be at 2:30. So we want to respect all your time. First off, I cannot thank you enough for coming and joining. Great questions, great insights. I hope this was helpful for you. Please use it. Look for this recording of the session to arrive in your email. If you registered, I believe you're going to be getting that. When you receive that and go through it, george.moriarty@axios.com. Send me your feedback, send me what you want, send me what you need. I'm not going to tell you you're going to get everything. But as I tell my kids at Christmas, if you don't ask, you're certainly not going to get it. Share your feedback with us. And then also, as part of the Axios Pro Deals world, join us at the next live event. Come be part of our community. We are building this for you. We have our BFD coming up in October, and we really look forward to continuing to build this and other tools together. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.